Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is Tyra Omelade, and welcome to your mindfulness practice. Y'all know I love mindfulness. I love sharing mindfulness. I love seeing how it positively impacts those who engage it. And so, what I want to do today is to start off by talking to you all a little bit, or let's just go through an energy practice. Okay. So, what I want to invite you to do is first and foremost, let me know hashtag replay queens that you're here. It might be just a few moments before someone comes on live, but let me know how you all are doing. How are you feeling with um, about going into the new year? How is it going unpacking 2021? I really do think it's important for us to stop and take stock of what you've experienced this year, and what are you absolutely leaving here. Like, we have today, we have tomorrow. For the sake of the calendar year, draw a hard line, okay, about what are you absolutely not taking with you into 2022. One thing that I said I'm not taking into 2022 with me is stress. You can't avoid stress, but um, I just, it's sort of like a natural response that I have. So I just encourage you to, and so it's like being more relaxed, being more in alignment with the goddess that is my primary goddess, which is Yemoja. Just having a relaxed attitude, trusting that everything is working out, everything is working in my favor. So I told myself I'm absolutely leaving that here. I'm just going to stay chill, calm, and relaxed. Yeah, and I'll have to be working on it, but I'm no longer like that anymore. I'm going in as a new woman into 2022. In that regard, that's the worst thing that I've done this year, is just be way too stressed. Okay. So I would love to hear from you. What are you absolutely not taking with you into 2022? And y'all, I want y'all to just kind of like take this in, because if we just look at the number 2022, when we add the three twos together, we get a six. And so it's important for us to go into this year committed to taking time to get away and to love on ourselves, and to really spend some time to perhaps, get to the foundation of our lives, and um, setting that foundation up so that it's truly supportive and it's built on something that feeds and nourishes us. That's largely what I want to focus on with you all today in today's practice. Okay, so what I want you to start off doing is we're just going to do just a little bit of energy work before we get started with the mindfulness practice. And so, what I invite you to do is, if you feel like this is what you should do, place your hands on top of your heart and just take this moment to find yourself settling into this now moment and grounding into your body. Feel yourself sitting wherever you're sitting, or maybe you're standing. I'm standing, but just feel yourself anchored right there. What is supporting you? Is it the seat? Is it the floor? Just really make that connection and bring your consciousness more and more into this now moment. And let's just go ahead and just take 2 deep breaths. Inhale, and a long, slow, deep breath out. And let's take a deep breath in. Inhale. And a long, slow, deep breath out. Beautiful. And so now we're going to work on our um, meridians. Greetings, Miss Cindy Jones. Yes, sister. Ooh, that's a good one. Releasing doubt. That's what I want you to hold on to as we move through whatever it is you want to release and let go of. Hold the intention that You're releasing doubt. And then we'll just also add stepping into certainty. Okay. Releasing doubt, stepping into certainty. For me, it's releasing stress and stepping into relaxation. Hello, the heart's perspective. How are you? So, the first thing I want you to do is to come right here to your cheekbones. There's a meridian at every place that we tap. So, let's tap on this is the stomach meridian. Inhale, exhale through your mouth. One more. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Now you're going to come to your collarbone, just beneath your collarbone, or those little nodules. And you want to tap here. This is called K27. Inhale. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale. And exhale through your mouth. The next place that we're coming is right here at the thymus meridian. Just take a deep breath in. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Next, we're coming right here to what is called the spleen meridian. And hey, Peg. Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know, Peg. Okay, so we're going to come here to the spleen meridian. Okay. The spleen meridian is the mother meridian. Inhale and exhale through your nose and out through your mouth. Inhale through your nose, out through your mouth. It takes care of all the other meridians. So we always want to tap here to make sure we bring this one back online. I consider this to be like the mother, the Yemoja meridian. Okay. Beautiful. And just stop and take a moment and take in how are you feeling with all the tapping and we're essentially doing acupressure. Okay. Inhale and exhale. Very good. We're just going to do just a little bit more. And I want you to cross your energy. So you just bring your hand here, bring it down, across, down the side of your body. Okay, down the side. Now, what I want to tell y'all about this is sometimes when we feel ultra tired, our energy is what is called, and you just keep going, okay? And make sure you breathe and inhale and exhale as you do that. But our energy body, it needs to communicate. And sometimes we get so stressed that our energy body is not communicating. It's called homolateral. So our sides are not communicating. And that's why we are crossing the energy so that our all of our energy will communicate. All the meridians will communicate. So I want you to take out one arm and turn your hand towards the side, and then bring your other arm on top to your palm, clasp your fingers, bring your hands in and up. And let's take a deep breath in. We're just doing two. Exhale through your mouth. Deep breath in, inhale, and exhale. Now we're switching our hands. The one that's at the bottom, put it at the top. Clasp those fingers. Bring your hands in and up. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Inhale. And a long, slow, deep breath out. Nice. Now what I want you to do is let's connect our energy to heaven and to earth. We're going to bring the energy from the ethers, the universe, and then we're going to bring the energy from Mother Earth. And we do that using our hands, okay? And we'll be switching our arms from side to side. Then you come back in the middle. And the way you're receiving the energy is your palms are flat, okay? So let's come here to our heart center, our hands at your heart center. Let's take a deep breath in. Inhale. Exhale. On the next one, I want you to inhale, one arm up, one arm down. Hold the breath. Look up. And exhale. Back to the heart center. You ready? Inhale. Reach up, opposite arm goes up. Hold the breath and exhale. Back to the heart center. We're going back to the original arm that went up. Inhale. Look up, hold the breath. Receive the energy of the heavens and the earth. And exhale. Back here to the middle. And one more. Inhale. Opposite arm up. Exhale back to the heart center. Good. And just going ahead and just hinge forward. Oh, okay. And we're going to connect. We're going to use our arms and our hands and create the shape of a infinity symbol. And you bring your arms up over your head. Now, the infinity symbol is helping to connect our energy, the different meridians. Now, I want you to take your hands and just bring them down by your side. And I want you to imagine that you are enveloped in a bubble of light, golden white light. This is your bubble. And you get to decide what comes in and out of this bubble. But command the bubble. Only positive vibes can come in, and make the commitment that you'll only send positive vibes out. But also, this bubble is to encase and enclose your energy so that your energy is nourishing you. This is something that is very important always, but we definitely want to take it into the new year. And is there any other colors besides the golden white light that you'd like to infuse your bubble with? If so, go ahead and do that. Now, I want you to think about these last 2 years. We're going all the way back, baby. We're going all the way back, okay? I want you to think about these last 2 years. And as you do so, you don't even have to know what it is, but I want you to imagine that you can see any cords attached. Maybe these were attached yesterday. You connected with somebody, and doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad cord or anything like that, but it's just energy that's pulling on your energy, or your energy is going out and being drained into something else. But in particular, I want you to also think about what's on me that I need to let go of, that it's just like, this absolutely cannot go with me into 2022, right? So I want you to imagine that you have all these cords attached to you, and they represent all the stuff that you're like, okay, lesson learned, got it. You're not coming into 2022 with me. Even if I don't full on have a game plan, I just know you're not coming, and I'll figure it out when I get there. Can you see those? Now, I want you to see a column of golden white light coming down over your body, slicing every cord, all the bad times, the harsh lessons, all the crap that has come up for you. See it all being sliced away, getting your energy clean and clear before you go into 2022. Releasing all that energy of 2020, all that energy of 2021, what is no longer serving you. See that the cord has been cut. You can establish a new cord later. We'll figure it out. We trust in the goddess. We trust in the ancestors to help us as we go into 2022. They will help us figure it out. We are infinite wisdom and infinite power. We can let it go. If it's not serving you, let it go. Take a deep breath in. Inhale. And a long, slow, deep breath out. And I just want you to feel the energy, an energy cord run down from your feet into the earth, connecting yourself even more powerfully with the energy of our Earth Mother. We're going to help or allow the Earth Mother's energy to come into our bodies and to help create more balance and alignment and bringing us just like where we're just here. We're just anchored in safety, and we're anchored in healing energy. Okay. And I want you to see that this energy is going down from your feet, down into Mother Earth, all the way down to her core. Okay. And you just stop right there at the core. Let that cord stop down right there at the core of Mother Earth. And then open up that cord and let the energy of Mother Earth flow into that cord as it comes up through the earth, through the bottoms of your feet. And you can have it come in fast or you can have it come in slowly. But you just want to feel this energy rise up through your feet and your legs into your pelvis area. And I would even say, keep it a little bit here in this pelvic area, these first three chakras, keep it down here and just really let the energy of Mother Earth bring some safety and ease and flow and healing into these foundational chakras. And I want you to really focus on that second chakra. That is ground base for those of us who are born in a feminine body, feminine beings. That's our ground base, okay? That's the chakra we most want to be aligned. So you feel that energy hovering down there in those chakras, but bring it on up through your spinal column, all the way up through your heart chakra, the upper chakras, throat, third eye, crown chakra, and just bring that energy out and just let it settle around you and settle into your bubble. You're going to be carrying healing energy with you into 2022 also. Let's take a deep breath in. Inhale. And a long, slow, deep breath out. Exhale. Good morning to the Queen, Eileen. Okay. I heated my room up this morning, so it's like a sauna in here. And I love sweating, y'all. I love sweating. Okay, so when you're ready, let's just be comfortable and staying centered in this now moment and anchoring ourselves in safety, just giving ourselves a chance just to feel good, just to relax. And I'm going to take you through, good morning, priestess. How are you? I'm going to take you through one of my favorite meditations. I've done it here on the channel. But I think I did. If I didn't, then I shared it within my inner circle. So y'all are going to get it here on my channel. I can't remember. But this particular mindfulness practice has been chosen because this is what I want us to be considering doing before we go into 2022. 2022, we are going to start out feeling introspective and to a large extent figuring out really how do we want to move forward, and that's appropriate and it's perfect. Okay. And one of the best ways we're going to do this is by doing as much releasing as we can. Okay. These last couple of days. So what I want you to do is to find yourself in a comfortable seated position, and you can close your eyes or just drop your gaze to limit visual distractions. Soften any unnecessary tension in your belly and your shoulders. You want to feel both relaxed and alert. And you can just continue to feel yourself feeling more and more relaxed. Now take a few moments to scan your awareness through the sensations of your body. And wherever possible, soften and release any areas of physical tension. Aware of your body breathing, your chest rising and falling with each breath. And now, imagine standing in the street outside of your house or wherever you're living with two heavy suitcases. And know that one of those suitcases is full of worries about the future. And the other suitcase, know that it is full of regrets about the past. Take a moment standing there in the street, holding these two heavy suitcases, and reflect about each one. Reflect about the future. Reflect how it will come on its own accord whenever it comes, and that most of what we worry about will never happen. Okay. Standing out there in the street, reflect about the past, the other heavy suitcase. Consider how the past cannot be changed. All we can do in the present is to learn from it. We can also put in whatever corrections make sense. We can become more skillful, and we can become a better person and move on. Okay. Are you ready? Is there anything else that you need to put in that suitcase from 2020 or 2021? We know Miss Cindy is going to put in hers. Doubt. It's going in these suitcases. Doubt. I'm putting in ridiculous stress in my suitcase. What are you putting in yours? What are you absolutely not taking in to 2022? What experiences do you just need to learn and grow from 2020 and 2021? Put them there. You ready? All right. Standing there in the street, feeling the weight of these suitcases and absorbing the wisdom of your own reflection right now, make a conscious decision. Do you want to drop the suitcase of worry about the future? And if so, drop it. Simply drop it. I felt y'all drop that. Okay, y'all ready? Then, standing there in the street with the other suitcase so heavy about the past, make a conscious decision. Do you want to drop it? And if so, just drop it. Just drop it. And as soon as you've dropped the two suitcases, walk into your home and take a seat right where you are or wherever you are. Plop down. So relaxed. and you feel like someone coming in from a long trip, dropping suitcases and just relaxing, rested in the present, just breathing, resting in the natural well-being, feeling safe. Resting in the fundamental well-being of awareness itself. Awareness which does not worry or regret. Resting as if this is meaningful for you. You deserve this, goddess. If any brothers are watching, you deserve this. Allow yourself to simply rest, feeling a sense of peace, of joy, of well-being. This is your birthright. This is the truth, dear sisters. Feeling a natural happiness, always your true home. Without carrying heavy suitcases of worries about the future or full of regrets about the past. Simply rest here in your body right now with total relaxation throughout your body and mind. And I just want to go over a few affirmations. Let me just speak these into you, okay? It's something that just came to me that I want to do. Okay. Just receive these, sisters, in your energy. You don't even have to think about what I'm saying. Just receive it. You grow more confident and stronger each day. And you know that you are the architect of your life. You design it intentionally. And you love yourself and accept yourself unconditionally. And 2022 is your year to radiate confidence, but it's confidence that's steeped in the truth that you are great just because. It's not because of what you do, it's because of who you are, the truth of who and what you are. And you know that you thrive on challenges that bring out the best in you. You have confidence in your skills and your abilities. And you know that you make sound decisions. If there's anything in you that pushes back against it, just be open to these being your truth. Because it's not so much what I'm saying is about it has to be this today. We're just speaking this energy into our energy matrices, or we're speaking these words, the energy of these words into our energy fields. I'll say it that way, because this is what we desire and we got to speak it. The power of the word is strong. You are bold and courageous, and you face difficulty with courage. And you know that you are worthy of love and abundance. You're worthy of happiness and beautiful relationships. And you're optimistic about the future. Your intuition and wisdom guide you always in the right direction, and you trust it. You love and approve yourself, and you draw from your inner strength in life. Abundance and prosperity is your birthright, and you have it. And you know that you and abundance are one. You are open to limitless possibilities, and you are surrounded by abundance now and always. And you only speak that which you desire to have in your life. You allow yourself to be programmed by speaking truth and power only into your life. And in 2022, you embrace the mystery of life, and you know that you will manifest your desires easily and effortlessly. You're a powerful goddess. You're a powerful woman, and you are loved. Just take a deep breath in, inhale, and a long, slow, deep breath out, bringing yourself more and more back into this now moment. Another deep breath in, inhale. When you're ready, stretch, wiggle your fingers, your toes, and flutter your eyes open. Mm-mm-mm. Yes, Peg. How are y'all doing? Thank y'all for being here this morning. Um, I sort of just go with the flow. I didn't know I was going to do all of that, but man, I feel good. I hope y'all feel good. So we're talking about dropping the suitcases of worry and worry about the future, regrets from the past. We're dropping suitcases that have collected things that happened over these last few years, and we're dropping those too. Dropping the suitcases of 2020 and 2021, right? Good morning, Virgo Bliss. Good, Priestess. So happy to hear that. Very nice, Deja. And so Peg typed in, she's releasing fear, anxiety, overcompensating myself for love and relationships, doubt, and uncertainty. Nice. And what I want to offer, because well, that's probably all actually one thing, but it looks like a lot. And so, what I'll offer is when we release whatever it is that we're letting go, and some of it is not, we can't even articulate it because some of it may be something from an ancestor that you have picked up and brought in, and it's your turn to let it go, to get it healed up. Or it could be something from when you were a baby and so you don't have a conscious memory of it, or from another lifetime. So it's some stuff that we are letting go of that surpasses what we've experienced here in this lifetime. And part of the ability to make sure that we don't go back out to that street and pick those suitcases up is we came in and we allowed ourselves to sit in safety and sit in awareness of just this now moment. Because I need y'all to know the way we don't go back and pick stuff up is we stay anchored in right here, right now. And then we're shown how to move forward. We're shown which steps to take. Okay. So very good. Releasing other people's opinions of who I am, standing and knowing my power and ability to be the light needed at this time. And so I love that Peg has, written where she's headed. And so I just want to say what I would say to Peg and everybody is to write that down. Write it down, put it on your vision board, and then every month, at least once a month, go to that vision board and remind yourself, I do not care what people think about me. I know I need to bring what I have brought to this world. That's all I'm going to do. So we have to remind ourselves on a regular basis of what it is that we said we were going to do, how we're moving forward in 2022. So for sure, on my vision board, I will put I'm relaxed, I'm chill, and I take about 3 hours a day of self care. And there was a time, even this year, I've struggled with doing 3 hours a day. But self care includes, I might work out for an hour. My mindfulness practice might last 30 minutes. Journaling might last 30 minutes. So, and maybe it's all at one time, split up over the day or whatever. But it's just something that I find when I am highly committed to my self care, then I'm not stressed. And I'm too old for stress. Stress is going to kill me. None of stress will kill all of us. But I'm finding I don't deal with it as well. I feel it immediately in my body. One thing that I'm preparing the spiritual care package for my membership and my membership community. And one of the quotes, because I said I want to start coming up with quotes each month. One of the quotes for January 2022 is the body is the barometer of the soul. It's a book. I've never read the book. When I saw the reviews of it, I was like, that's okay. The title is all I need. So I don't even know the lady's name yet. I have to find it. But the body is a barometer of the soul. And so just pay attention to your body. It'll let you know how you're doing in your emotions, in your mind, um, in your spirituality. That's why we started out with the tapping, because we have this whole energy grid inside of us that most of us never address, and it gets all stuck and full of gunk from, regrets from the past and worrying about the future. And the more we just bring ourselves in the now moment and just, sit relaxed in awareness, what begins to happen is we get such a deep knowing that everything is okay. Everything, like the wisdom, you'll feel it. Like, I don't have to worry about anything. But we can't do that when our minds are projected out to the past, worried about the future. That's really what stress represents for me. It's one of those two things. It's a reflection of one of those two things. And so I'm making sure I remind myself on my vision board, hey, chica, make sure you stay relaxed like you're Orisha. That's one of the reasons I'm doing belly dance. It makes me be very flowy, makes me flow, right? And it reminds me, this is how I operate. I'm the ocean baby, all right? I'm relaxed. And what being in the ocean is like, "Oh, is Mama Ocean gonna feed us today?" Or, I'm like, nah, that's not how they operate. I need to be like the fish. I need to be like the octopuses out there and whatever, the sharks and the coral reef. That's how all of us, I believe, that's what, when we allow ourselves to sink into the awareness of the now moment, then we begin to operate like the fish who they're not worried about nothing, y'all. Okay. So beautiful. Make sure you remind yourself. Hello, I think that's Maya. Yes, that's Maya. Setting boundaries. Very good one, Maya. Very good one. And so we'll say setting boundaries means we understand the boundary and we enforce it. We enforce that boundary. So very good. EM said, yes, the garbage truck drove off with those suitcases. You know what? That's good. Everybody, make sure you hear the garbage truck coming to pick those suitcases up and take them away to the metaphysical landfill. Okay. We know the metaphysical landfill is going to transmute it. We don't have to worry about stuff sitting in the earth, like it's sitting in the earth. The metaphysical landfill is going to transmute it and make it something better. It's going to compost it, y'all. So it's really all good. Send those on down the street. Thank you for that, priestess. Yes, great rising Virgo bliss. You're so welcome, Peg. Yeah, I have enjoyed this practice. Um, Yeah, thank y'all so much for being here with me. I appreciate you. Um, just you can see scrolling underneath the inner circle is open until the second. I decided to go until the second since that's like the end of the week. But yeah, I do things like this within the inner circle. Excuse me. um, as well as like whatever it is that I have. Always doing my best to keep the sisters like on their toes, not on their toes, but keep sending them something that they can use. Keep adding to the toolkit. I'll say it that way because y'all know I'm real chill and easy. I don't I don't like being mean and pushy and stuff like that. I feel like the world has beat us up enough. But yeah, the inner circle, goddess inner circle membership and community is open. I would love to have you all inside. And if you want to know what I do, it's things like this. Yes, 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 yes. Wonderful. I think what I'm gonna do is if you're on my email list, I'm gonna send out to the newsletter something new that I've been offering ever since I became a hypnotherapist, a certified hypnotherapist. And I'm pretty sure I have one on confidence or something like that. I'll choose some hypnosis that is good for going into the new year. And so, just to tell y'all a little bit about hypnosis, I haven't talked about it as much as I had planned on it, but more is coming. So this morning I was thinking, okay, what we need to understand is that part of our human experience is trance. Like trance is a natural state that we all find ourselves in. One of the most common, types of trance would be daydreaming. Anytime you find yourself just off and away, you're in a trance-like state. And so when you're in a trance-like state, you're highly suggestible because the life that we're living, the majority of it has to do with some suggestion that has been made to us. Uh, the subconscious mind is a part of this. And so the subconscious mind is a perfect memory. It remembers everything, though we consciously may not remember the suggestion, when it was made, who made it. More than likely, it's something that's been made over time. Okay. And so, what we want to do is to begin to make suggestions that will take us in the direction that we want and desire. See, this is the part where the school system didn't, it was like, no, this is not important. We're not going to teach them this. The society doesn't subscribe to it, doesn't believe in it. And so they have left off a key component of understanding who and what you are, right? And part of the human experience is to get freaking programmed. The question is, who's doing the programming? Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. A lot of us are doing it, and some of the one-to-one set meetings that I have, I'll hear the sister say something like, "I am this," or "I've always been like that," and I'll say, "Whoa." We're gonna not say that anymore because every time this is what people don't get about. You know how people say, watch what you say after am, I am, fill in the blank, watch what you say. That is because you are literally programming yourself. Okay. We are chief programmers. I am this, I am that. I am this, I am that. And so the subconscious mind is taking it all in. It is literally, we all the time are in a level of trance, and this is how we begin to program ourselves. What are you watching? What are you listening to? And then part of the reason that we do our spiritual work to release and let go of the past is because the past has programmed us in some way. And we want to let it all go, give ourselves a chance so that it's all free and clear. And we can begin to add into our programming what we want so that we can begin to have a different experience. Hypnosis is being deliberate in that. Hypnosis is understanding it's different techniques that you can use to drop yourself into a trance and have suggestions made to you that will take you in the direction that you want. Where the beauty of hypnosis is, and this is why when I was talking to you all with the affirmations, I already knew. Some of y'all were like, this ain't true for me. Like, I'm not this yet. And that's why we have to just, address it like immediately, because we have a part of ourselves that will reject it because we've programmed ourselves in a particular way and it's just used to being that way. And so, what we want to use hypnosis for is to disengage that part that's going to reject the very thing that we want. And so, that's the beauty of hypnosis. It really works and it goes straight to the subconscious mind, which is what truly makes the difference in our lives. Self-sabotage is stuff there in the subconscious mind that conflicts with where you want to go. And so how do you move past it? A lot of times people are trying to change their behavior, but it really starts with that inner landscape and making some deliberate choices on how am I going to remove whatever is making me sabotage myself every time and bring into what is going to empower me to move forward. And so, in my opinion, it's important for your ultimate premise to be that you're an all powerful being, even if you don't fully understand it and know it. You have to believe that you're beyond what you see in your flesh and skin. And then that will give you that'll push you to say, well, let me just give this hypnosis a try. Let me just try it. Because trust me, you being hypnotized all the time. And it's one of the reasons why I come on and I say, you know what? I'm not going to come on here and say anything but words of empowerment to you. If I'll tell you, this is what I said about me and my kids. I said, my kids, I am going to homeschool my kids. This is part of the way I came to the conclusion I was going to homeschool them. I said, because if somebody's going to program them, it's going to be me. And I'm going to program them to believe that they are great. That they'll just have to get that programming from me. And that's how I feel about you all. If you're going to get some type of programming from me, I'm telling you how wonderful you are and how beautiful and amazing and powerful, just the way you are, no matter how you show up in your femininity. I love you. And I love you just the way that you are. You're great. You're wonderful. You're abundant. You deserve like the perfect relationship, somebody to love you like nobody's business, like crazy for you. You freaking deserve that. You deserve to have wonderful relationships. Even if it's not with your family, you still deserve to have relationships where you feel so at home. They feel like they're your family. You deserve to have a beautiful family, a beautiful home, beautiful things where you don't have to work hard for it. They just come to you easily and effortlessly. See, if I'm going to say something to you, that's what I'm going to say, sisters, okay? To be cherished. Ashe. Yes. So beautiful. Yeah, because, yeah, okay. So this is why we want to use hypnosis. Everything can have a reputation, and oftentimes the best things have a horrible reputation because they know it works. Just like they would never want us to be a part of these indigenous cultures or spiritual traditions. They would never want us, whoever they is. I'm not defining it. It's whatever. But maybe they don't want us to, as divine feminine beings, to connect with the goddess because they already know once they unlock that power in their wombs and use it for making babies and other things, man, they're going to take over. But we'll be loving once we do our takeover again. Um, and so, yes, I plan on sharing a hypnosis that I think would be really beneficial for you going into 2022. That'll probably go out tomorrow. Yeah, I'm hoping it'll go out tomorrow. And yeah, you can use it all year long as long as you need it. And hypnosis, when you use it, sometimes well, I believe in using hypnosis on a regular basis. Like I use hypnosis almost daily. Sometimes I take just a little bit of break because I'm just like, I just don't want to listen to hypnosis today. But I typically use hypnosis on a regular basis. And it's like you just all of a sudden just start doing something different. You're like, man, and it's so easy and it's so effortless the way you just start naturally doing things. So I will be doing that and sharing it with you. And yeah, so let me see here. Yes, please. I have some neonatal, not gonna make it, not enough, self-doubts to yes. Oh, wow. Okay. You were a preemie, Ellen. Wow. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Maya. Mm-mm-mm. Ashe, ashe. Oh, y'all got my heart feeling all open right now. See, this is why I'm gonna speak to that Virgo bliss. This is why we have to get together and do these kinds of things, okay? We have to. So Virgo bliss said, I've tried hypnosis and my mind won't let me go there. I'm going to tell you my theory, and I am very new at hypnosis, but I'm going to tell you my theory. Some of it might be whose voice is speaking. I'm very picky about who I listen to, which tracks I use. And the other thing I think is important to know, I it's two ways to listen to hypnosis. Not gonna lie, the most powerful way is because hypnosis is not about blacking out and forgetting. It's actually an alert state. Um, and so when you're in that alert state, the hypnosis often will guide you to do some things to shift your inner landscape. Um, and it is so powerful when you in your mind are going through, because it's oftentimes when we are just like with the suitcases, it's a metaphor that we're using that represents whatever's going on, and we use this visual to release and let go of whatever that thing is, or to change it in some kind of way. How so now, I initially could not stay awake. You know, as a Pisces, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep. Um, and so initially I couldn't stay awake. And so that's one of the things that I would offer to people who can't turn on the hypnosis track. And because sometimes it is perhaps if you've done it live, it's just I don't know how to explain it. Um, like I said, I'm new. What I have mostly used is hypnosis tracks. Um, and so if you can put it on when you're going to sleep and turn it down to where it will not keep you awake, because there should be no thinking with hypnosis. Actually, in the hypnosis where we tell people the more you can get your mind to go away, the better. But when you know you're on the verge of going to sleep, you can allow the hypnosis track to just do its thing. I believe in it. I really do, because that's how I started out with it. And immediately, like I was like, I could tell a difference. Um, the other option though that I'll offer to you, Virgo Bliss, is subliminals. And you can create your own subliminals. Like I don't listen to subliminals on YouTube at all. I might go buy some subliminals, but I don't. And so for you, Virgo Bliss, I am going to put in the newsletter um, one of my subliminal tracks, because I've created a couple of subliminal tracks. So I'll put one of my subliminal tracks in there for you. But subliminal messages have always worked. I've used subliminal messages since maybe the 90s. And I just remember thinking, man, and it's so subtle. Because, see, that's what you want to address, the subtle body. So that's another way where you just turn it on and you just have it going, and you can barely, um, yeah, you don't know what's on the track. And it's just doing its thing. But that's the main thing that you want. The other thing is, Virgo Bliss, that I think would be important is to allow yourself to daydream. And as you daydream, just be cautious of the mental pictures. So maybe what you could do is turn on like somebody who says the affirmations out loud, and then just start daydreaming. But you're not really listening to the affirmations. You're just letting your mind disengage, where like I actually feel like I'm in trance now, because when I look out my window and I see the sky and the trees, I just go like, you know. And so if someone were to turn something on, I would take it in more quickly and deeply. So that's another suggestion that I'll offer to you. My dream state is like my hypnosis. Sometimes I feel like I don't sleep, just meditate. I have been able to go into hypnosis deeper after healing myself and being able to connect to my consciousness, connect my consciousness to my Arisha. Very nice. Very nice. And honestly, that's part of the way that we do connect with the energies of the universe to the Arisha, um, is actually through trance. That's I've never been able to really hear anything unless I have like this watery state. That's how I describe it. It feels like it's watery. And part of the reason I know I'm big into this is the domain of Yemanja. This is the domain of the goddess Yemanja, Set, this water energy, the ocean. Because that's how I've always imagined it. It's like I'm just in water. And you can't really hear when you're underneath the water. You can't really see clearly, and it just I go into this deep state of relaxation, and then that's when I'll get the download. Never when I'm stressed, which is one of the reasons I'm releasing stress in 2022. And Eileen says hypnotherapy is my go-to every day in all caps. Yes. Oh, it's all in the inner circle peg. I will definitely be talking more and more about this. Even in SAI, I'm going to be bringing hypnosis. Pretty much any mindfulness thing that I do, mindfulness is to a certain degree akin to hypnosis because it's about disengaging, being away from the now moment. And hypnosis is definitely about being in the now moment. So it's very similar. I'm not going to say it's exactly the same because to me, mindfulness is important for working with the conscious mind. So that might be something that you really like, Virgo Bliss, is to do mindfulness practices. Um, yeah, because I just feel like the mindfulness has been helping to train my mind. So that's something I think is important. We do not want our minds to just be runaway trains. It's part of the game. I really do believe it's a strategy for survival. Um, some of it comes from trauma. Some of us were raised up in trauma where stress and like you had to stay highly alert. That was my experience as a girl. I wasn't raised up in like the most violent home, but it was definitely violence and alcoholism. And after a while, I just began to realize I got to stay alert because when it would, when the episodes would happen and shock me out of like my sleep or something like that, it was like my consciousness couldn't take it. And so I just learned to always be anxious, to live anxiously, to live alert. And, it's like you start setting your mind up. You can't have a calm mind when you're working to protect yourself. It's like always firing, 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 firing. And so what begins to happen is it's like now I don't have to worry about these kinds of things. I have not lived like that since I left home. It's time for you to find a different way to operate mind. And these are the choices that we have to make. And for a lot of us, what ends up happening is life starts falling apart and crumbling. The body is the barometer of the soul. That's where it started showing up for me. My body was just like, I can't keep doing this with you. You 50 something years old. It's getting old, Chica. You're running yourself ragged. And so, I just had to make a choice. There's a lot of women my age who have not yet made this choice. It's a lot of women older than me. They running ragged. But we have to make the choice. Or we have to look at what's happening in our lives, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, it's no secret. My godmother, who I consider to be like the most powerful woman, the most powerful spiritual woman I know, the most. This woman is a living luminary. I don't care what, and just because she's not well known, this woman is a living luminary. She had a heart attack. Can't remember how many years ago. Man, that woke me up. I was like, whoa, if Ia's having a heart attack. I better get myself together. I was in my 40s at that time. I'm like, dang, if it can happen to the great and mighty Ia Oceanique, I better get myself together. And so that's what I've been working on ever since. Is just making that choice. I'm not gonna let my mind be a runaway train. Didn't fix it overnight though. I've had to have a lot of patience. I've had a lot of highs and lows in this thing. Still working on it. Y'all hear me talking about I'm not taking stress into 2022 with me, extreme stress, right? So you just have to make the choice that you're going to have a different way of experiencing your inner world. And part of that is through mindfulness, part of that is through hypnosis and doing our rituals. And I believe in being in community with women personally. It's lonely. I don't think it's natural for us to be alone. And trying to figure all this out again is part of the game. Part of the way that we have stayed disempowered is to stay isolated. And so, yeah, coming together like this, just beautiful. Hmm. Okay. Yes. Eileen understands. And Virgo says, yes, Virgo Bliss, always alert, on alert. Yeah, you have to begin to say, I just don't like living this way. And most of us don't think we have a choice, but we do. And for me, working my daily spiritual practices, even having just like 5 minutes of peace and calm, it lets me know, oh, wait a minute. I don't have to always live stressed and pressed. I don't have to live like that. Another thing is examples. We got all these examples of how women are, and we see women just overdoing everything and, feeling like, okay, I got to be like the rock for the whole family. And I'm worthy and valuable if I'm solving everybody's problems, if I'm present for every problem, even a problem I have nothing to do with, can't do nothing about. People don't even want my help. I got to do it. I got to be there. Showing up worried, showing up, whatever these messages that we get about what it means to be like a good woman. Um, some of that we have to just rebuke it. I rebuke you. No, I'm not going to be like that. I'm chill, I'm calm, I show up and I do whatever I'm supposed to do. If I'm not called to help, I'm not gonna help. Because guess what? Somebody else's call. They probably would do much better job than me. Or maybe the person, it's their turn to stand up in this and figure it out on their own instead of me trying to save them. Um, it's uncomfortable because so much in our subconscious is like, if you're a good woman, this is what you'll do. Um, and we just have to start saying, don't care, not doing it anymore, just not operating like that. And that's, to me, that's part of the beauty of being older. This is why older women never wish to go back and be young again. Because it's like, no, this piece over here, this piece right here, this me letting all this other stuff go that I've been wanting to let go of all these years. Yeah, this is good. I'm good. I'll take my gray hair and my piece. Okay. I'll take I got to work harder to lose weight and my peace because I never achieved it back then. There's a lot of women who are like me. Kudos to the sisters who've been peaceful from the time they were younger. That's a gift. And I want more of that for young women. I really do. I feel like we're doing a better job for our younger women. Um, but at the very least, we're doing a good job in the sense that we're just letting them be who they are. Um, Even if it's not like us, that's my position. You don't wanna be like, "Man." Look, I've learned they're gonna come get our help. They're gonna need us. They're gonna need us one day. So yes, I just have to show this. Queen Mother Oshun is a true luminary. She really is. She's that. Same, probably why I was walking around defensive all the time because of the abuse I experienced. I had to stay that way to survive as a child. It is truly, this is why we don't ever judge ourselves because it's truly a survival mechanism. And we just have to begin to realize when it's no longer serving us And a lot of times it we get we see it when there's a problem, like our relationships are falling apart, our health. We keep trying to get somewhere and it's like one roadblock after the other. Then that's when we'll say, okay, well, maybe it's this thing that I've done ever since I was a child to protect myself that's creating this problem. Let me get rid of that and see what difference it makes. It makes a big difference. And make the perfect cupcakes on my throne, on my square, in my lane, in my piece. Ashe, yes, make the perfect cupcakes. I see what you're saying. Yeah, you got to make the perfect cupcakes. Y'all know how stressed out we get when it's like, oh my gosh, the icing doesn't look perfect. Are you kidding me? All we're going to do is eat it. Oh, okay. My mom died when I was a child. I'm the youngest and the only girl. I always felt I had to stand strong because I'm the only woman in the family, and my brother's horribly dysfunctional, but I'm taking all my power back. Oh, yes, I'm over it. These kids are grown and I'm raising mine and moving on. I can't do, won't do it anymore. You are definitely making progress. You are definitely making progress, Virgo. Virgo bliss, because for you to even identify what's going on, such a big deal. And I think for you, definitely working with the goddess Yemanjah is important. Those of us who have mama issues probably need to really, or Aset, whatever name you want to use for her, doesn't have to be Yemanjah, but this mother energy is important because um, we need that mothering. I remember when my mom died, I was 27. I was like, oh my God, I need my mama. I need my mama. In my 30s, I just remember thinking, I wish my mama was here. I feel like I need my mama. It's like you never really feel like, I don't know, that this nurturing thing is something that's important. And there's levels of womanhood, and every young woman, every woman, even now at my age, I need mothering. And, I look to the women who are older than me to love on me in that way. I just need it. And I'm not going to act like I don't. For those whose moms are still here and they get along with their moms, that's a blessing. That's a gift. And for those of us, especially since you lost your mom as a girl, you did not have a feminine, presence to take you up. You were raised up in a lot of masculine energy. It would really is so important for you to find women who will love on you and care about you and help to kind of bring that healing balm to that little girl. Um, but it's apparent that you are aware, and awareness of where it all stems from and where you need to go. That is priceless and that is big. I no longer live in that and don't have to continue to operate that way. I peg. Releasing those thoughts and perspective, I'm choosing a different reality for myself. And so it is. Ashe. Okay? You got this. Lock that in. Make that sound. Lock that in, Peg. That's one of the things that we do in hypnosis and NLP. When a lot of times I might have like an insight and I'll be half awake. I'll be in my little trance state and I'll do lock it in. Yes, in your crone energy. Beautiful. Okay, so I have been working with her on my birthday and I keep her on my ancestor altar. Now that is beautiful. 2 days after mine, so I feel I need to work with her. The goddess Sekhmet, Kalima. Woo, yes. Yes, I'm gonna offer you Durga also. I've been getting into Durga here lately. Yeah, Durga. I was taught to put myself on the back burner and that you sacrifice everything to be a mother. Never seen self-care, self-love, just work, work, work. Yep. I started to pour from an empty cup. See, that's when you start saying, this is not sustainable. I love this. Our abundance sits within our shadow. I believe that once we own all of who we are, we unlock true abundance. This is true. This is true, Maya. It's so hard to find women that are loving. Our women in our culture love to beat up on each other mentally instead of being there. So I'm really isolated to keep my peace. I get that, but you just keep coming here. Have y'all ever noticed how lovely the comments are here? Someone mentioned that to me. She was like, "When I show up on your lives, everybody's just so positive and optimistic." That's the expectation. The expectation is that we are women who love other women and are supportive of other women. We love being a woman. And so, yeah, we're going to show up for our sisters. So just keep showing up here, Virgo Bliss. Sisterhood is self love. I agree with that. I agree. And Eileen has the same experiences. Peg, Ellen says, grace and ease, transformational goddess power. Yes, I shall. Grace and ease for Virgo Bliss. Working with Sekhmet and oh yeah. Wait a minute, who else did she say? Kalima? Yeah. Sekhmet, Kalima with grace and ease. With grace and ease. Sprinkled with some Yemoja in there for you. Yemaya, as they say down in Spanish world. Yes, very good. Very good. That's how we roll here. Because I know that's why I would say we've been beat up enough. We don't need to be beat up anymore. And I honestly, this is who I attract. I attract wonderful, amazing women. That's just it. I've had a few that I've attracted who I was just like, you know what? That's a no for me. But I would say that's like 1%, not even that much. Maybe 5% of the women who come in my energetic space, even if they act some differently elsewhere. Because I remember in Zumba world, people would say, "You know what, Tyra? People act one way with you, but they act different when they're not around you, and they're mean." I'm like, whatever it takes. When you come around me, we're having a good time. We're being nice. We're not gossiping about other people's business. That's one thing that's taboo for Yemunjas. We're not gossiping. I don't want to hear about nobody else's business. Okay. I want to hear about somebody's up level. I want to hear about how things are great. We can talk about our issues. We can talk about our stuff, but I'm talking about my stuff, just like everyone here is talking about her own stuff. We're not putting other people's stuff out there, right? Because we know I got to be working on me. When I'm focused on somebody else's stuff, either one or two things is going on. Okay. First thing is I'm avoiding working on me, or I'm in somebody else's business. It's their business. It's their business. They don't have nothing to do with me, right? So most of the time we're deflecting. We're deflecting. We're avoiding working on ourselves. So I don't have time for all that. And the people who show up, my thing is, I'm not saying that I just show up and I'm just like all the time totally comfortable, because I'm not. I know I've always rolled a little bit weird and different. People always whisper about me. Girl, yeah, I will show up in this is a dress from a wedding, my sister-in-law's wedding. Can y'all see it? I will show up in that dress because I'm not really frou-frou like that, and some tennis shoes. I bought some little cheap shoes because I knew I was not going to be wearing no high heels. I will put some tennis shoes on in a heartbeat. Okay. I will wear a cute dress with some tennis shoes. People are talking about this is a style now. No, I've been wearing that since I was in my 20s, maybe even younger. Or, yeah, I just have a different style and just a different way of rolling. Just like today, I was like, ooh, they can see I'm not matching. I was like, but this is just what I want to put on. I wanted to put on these shorts and I wanted to put on this tank top. It was just the colors I wanted to wear today. you know, I was a vegetarian, vegan, whatever you want to call it, like in the 90s, before it became so mainstream, when there was barely any food. You had to go to some obscure health food store. I'm from Mississippi. Do you know what people used to think about me when I was a vegetarian? They were like, what's wrong with you? You know? So I've always been, and the older I got, it gets hard sometimes. You just feel like, I don't know if I want to feel like dealing with this today. But let me tell y'all something. One thing for sure about me is I always say, I cannot lie. I got to be with what I am. It's painful to not be that. And therefore, that's what I attract. I attract people who just show up and they're just who they are. And, I value that. And therefore, people just get to show up. And most people are going to show up when they get to show up. When y'all get to show up and be exactly who you are, there's no need for drama because nobody is like trying to fight and vie for attention or anything like that. Because you don't have to, because who you are is embraced. That's another thing. I believe in seeing people. And I don't know if y'all notice, that's exactly what y'all do. When somebody posts something, y'all see it and you go in and they're like, hey, sister, hey. So when we show up where there's this expectancy of love and womanhood and care and concern, and, this is what we're going to be cultivating here. And, maybe today I don't need anything. I'm just coming here to hold space for somebody who's hurting a little bit more. And then one day it's going to be my time. I'm going to step into the circle and I'm going to be like, yo, I'm having a hard time. Um, as long as we have these containers that allow for this, then yeah, we'll have more and more sister circles. Uh, I can speak for Black women in particular. Man, like we're fighting for our lives every day. It's hard to disengage this rough external exterior. And we have to be able to show up no matter what the space is. We have to be able to show up and be like, I'm so steeped in my truth and I feel so good about me that I'm not threatened. I'm not hurt by none of that. Now, I'm not hanging out there. Y'all gonna have to come up on high with me. But that's the way I perceive women in general, but especially Black American, Black Caribbean women. We have something in us that is just like, I call it hyper protection. We gotta be protecting ourselves at all costs. And so we never feel like we have a break. And so it's just going to take more and more of us coming out of that and getting very comfortable with ourselves and then going back into it and just show it's here whenever you want to. Come over here because I'm not going to hang over here in this negativity. I'm not going to hang over here in this area over here. I'm not energetically aligned with this. But it's just like the Matrix. It's just like the Matrix. We're out as much as we are. I'm not fully out the Matrix, but I'm out of that level of the Matrix because I think it's different levels. And so my job is to go in and meet the ones who are at that point where they're like, I'm sort of waking up. I want something different, but I don't really know if it's possible or where it is or whatever. Thankfully, we have YouTube. And that's how people find me. And then they come into my world and they're just like, oh, this is so positive. And the ones that don't want to be positive, the ones that want to boss me around and tell me they don't like the way that I flow, they just go on. They don't even stick around because that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to argue or anything. And I love the brothers, but I had to just say I'm here for the sisters because the brothers they would beat me up a little bit too much about the E5 stuff. I was like, I'm done. I can't do all that. ah. Oh. Okay. That is why it's important to be in community or a goddess circle. Yes, Eileen. Agreed. Maya said, I thought I was going to be a daughter of Yemoja dancing in the oceans, but Oya came through like, nah, I'm about to show you who you really are. This whole year has been transformed for me. I'm happy to hear that, Maya. And I got to show this because Eileen is one of my chief sisters. She's in the inner circle, one-to-one coaching with me, well spent because you're investing in yourself. This is true. And I'm all in. I'm all in. I'm all in. Invested in you too. People who gossip with you definitely will gossip about you. Ooh, yes. I shut that stuff down. Locked in. Eileen Yummy Atkins. We got this. Love this goddess community. Best investment I ever made. Thank you, Peg. I'm so happy that y'all are part of it. It really does. I know for a fact that what I do is only possible because of the sisters coming into the community. So thank y'all. I love all the ancient mothers and what they teach me. Yes, yes. I ain't leaving the goddess guru ear. Omilade, the work is real over here. Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm here for you for as long as you need. And y'all also know I'll be pushing y'all out the nest too, because y'all don't have to stay. Come get what you need. And then when it's your turn to go start your own circles, that's part of my calling. My godmother created hers, and then she created something that gave me the vision to realize she's like, y'all need to do your own stuff. And so I'm doing my stuff. And part of the work that I do is to show others how to do the same in your own way, you know? But yeah, I got you, Eileen. Jackson for 10 years. So yes, diabetes is everywhere. Yes. I agree, Maya. The clothes that you wear, important. Yes, Eileen. Evolve or dissolve. Baba G, that's our godfather. EM is a part of my community. She's one of my sister priestesses. Yeah, I love that. I don't know if I've ever heard Baba G say that. I appreciate you for saying that because all his words just mean so much. I changed my diet to vegetarian as well. I've tried before sticking with it, but this time it's coming naturally, not forced. Beautiful Peg. Spiritually diving deeper is uprooting and changing everything about me. Beautiful. Oh, Eileen. Beautiful. Yes. Own stuff coming, but always here too. So thank y'all so much. This has been lovely. Woo, I feel good. I feel good hanging out here with y'all. This is beautiful. So yeah, hopefully I'll come on tomorrow or the next day or something. I don't know. Um, I'm working on the monthly wisdom that I put together for my inner circle. So I got to get that done. But thank y'all for being here. And you'll hear from me again soon. I love you all so much. And continue to unpack and prepare for taking flight in what is to be a wonderful and amazing year. Not saying it won't be without its challenges, but I'm excited about 2022. I'm not going to lie. All right. Peace and love to you all, and see you again soon.